It's just been so long.
I know. Oh, I missed you so much. All the time you were in the hospital.
I just wanted to see you so bad. Just get you away from all the police guards and just find out what he's been trying to do to you.
I'm a big girl. I can take care of myself.
Well, I'm not so sure. Not where he's concerned. And you've been through so much. You make Joan of Arc look like somebody caught her snoozing or something like that. Are you all right?
Everybody keeps asking me that. I'm fine, honest.
Yeah?
Really. Yes.
Well, I'll be the judge of that, okay? I feel awful. I do. This family of mine has been waging a full-scale war against each other, and you're stuck right smack in the middle. It's just not fair, you know? None of it's your fault.
How can you say that? Well, you and your father hate one another, and yes, it is all my fault.
No. Don't blame yourself for what that old man's done, okay?
Well, Asa and I have worked a lot of things out.
Have you? Yeah, well, I can tell. He's probably been lying through his teeth just to keep you from leaving. But once you know what he did...
No, Bo, please stop. Listen to me. I better just tell you this right now.
Wait, no. Don't tell me you believe anything he's told.
Listen to me. Listen.
I am.
I love you. I do. But what I have with Asa makes sense in terms of the person that I was when I came here. I've always been a loner, and so was he. That's why I understand him so well. And I married him because I thought I'd finally found what love was.
No, you and me. Us. Now that is what love is.
I know that now. But, Bo, I can't just walk away from him.
Oh, no.
Bo, listen. Now, I'm staying with Asa. I'm married to him. He disappeared. We thought he was dead, but he's not. He needs me.
No. Lila, if you knew...
Oh, please. Don't try to talk me out of this. It wouldn't be fair. Perhaps it's being held captive in that drug ring. Maybe that was a test for all of us. I don't know. I have to think that there was a purpose for all of that somehow. But, Bo, my place is with him.
Oh, that's the whole point. Don't you see what that old man's done? He's trying to set himself up to look like some kind of a saint. And it's a lie, Delilah. All of it. When you know the truth, you're going to see whatever he's told you isn't worth a plug nickel.
Delilah, get your things. Get out of here.
Asa, what? You didn't have to follow
Okay, what he told you, don't believe a word of it.
I haven't told her one thing yet, old man. But I'll tell you what, I know the whole story.
What whole story? You cooking up something to put a wedge between me and my wife?
No, that's something that you've already done yourself. Now, why don't you just sit down in this chair here? Because we want you to confirm this little story.
Oh, please. Hasn't there already been enough of this?
Lila, just let me do this. Just one step at a time, all right?
Okay, honey. I know what he's going to tell you, but you remember one thing. That Asa loves you.
No, just give it a break. When he showed up at that church, he hadn't just been released by some group of drug smugglers, and they weren't holding him for any ransom either. He'd been free for days.
That's the worst
God, just shut up! He hadn't been held captive. There's not been any $5 million ransom paid for him. It's all lies. Don't you see that?
Where do you think you get the right to do this?
Oh, that couldn't be true.
Every word that I've just said is a truth. All of it. He was down there in Florida. He was free. He just stayed down there, trying to figure out a way he could get back up here so he could sneak around, come back and try to spy on everyone.
No.
You know something? A 3-year-old child wouldn't believe this bull. Huh?
Brad was down there with him. Brad went down to help him out. Don't you remember Brad's little trip down to Florida? All of a sudden he came back here, gave the whole staff the day off, and we started finding bugs and wiretaps.
Asa, that wasn't the way that it was. It couldn't have been. I was in mourning for you if you knew what I went through.
Delilah, I'm afraid that's exactly the way it was.
Oh, Asa, no. You didn't know. Please say that you didn't.
Honey, all lies, all lies. You're coming on strong, boy. Okay, I don't see any evidence.
Come on, Clint, let's just get on with it, all right?
Vicki, will you please show in our guest?
Well, this is a lady that was taking care of Asa when supposedly was helped by a bunch of drug smugglers. Is that right, Ms. Madden?
Are you Mrs. Buchanan, Mr. Buchanan's wife? Well, honey, he's lying to you.
I never saw this person before in my life.
Mr. Buchanan, I'm an honest woman. And when I give my word for something, I have every intention of keeping it. But when Clint came down and told me all the things you've done, I just couldn't let it sit. Mrs. Buchanan, I found your husband on the beach. He was half drowned and unconscious. I had to have a little help getting him up to my house. He was in very, very bad shape. I thought he was a goner there for a while, but then he mended.
And he was well for a few days before he came back to Landview, right?
Oh, no. He swore me to secrecy. He made me buy all those newspapers. He was very much interested in what was going on up here. And then finally he had me call Mr. Vernon. And that man came down there like that. Well, of course, by that time, I knew what an important man Mr. Buchanan was.
Delila,
So,
it had to be that way.
No, just let the woman finish, will you, please? Go ahead, Miss Madden.
well, that night late, they left. And I expect that they got up here about daylight the next morning.
And when was that?
That was exactly 3.5 days before the memorial service.
Oh,
Mr. Buchanan, I'm sorry. I tried to cover for you, but there's just so many lies that a person can live with. I expect you want your money back. I spent a little of it, but I can get it all back for you. The whole $25,000.
oh, Asa. How could you do that? You don't care about me. If you did, you would have told me that you were alive. I wanted you back. And you were here all the time, listening to me. Oh, yeah.
You know, you had a chance. 'Cause she did love you, but no, you had to foul it out.
I did it for her.
Oh, you did?
Delila, I never could believe this. I did it for you. One reason, because I love you, and I still do love you.
Oh, Asa, what does it matter? What does it matter, huh? You got to go to your own memorial service. You got to hear all those people saying wonderful things about you. And me, that was more important to you than I was.
Well, I just couldn't just show up.
But that's what I wanted you to do more than anything else in the world. Asa, I wanted you back so much. I wanted the Asa back that I knew, that I married. Remember how wonderful it was, Asa, when we were down at the ranch? There were no lies, no secrets. There was nothing that could have come between us.
You know, I hate to have to do this, believe me, but I think it has to be done. Now, if we're going to be honest here, I think it's about time that we maybe become just totally honest. All right? Now, you want me to tell her the rest of it, or do you? Huh? Because it's your choice. It's your lie.